Hey, it's Steph. Thanks for watching today's video. I am barefaced because we are going to get ready together and I'm going to be trying some new techniques that my Instagram followers submitted in a stories. I admit it's been a few weeks since that happened, but I am just now getting around to filming this. So if you like Get Ready With Me videos, stick around and give this video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, I mostly do panning videos, but I've been getting a little more into Get Ready With Me's and other makeup content. So subscribe before you leave if you enjoy videos like that. I actually tried filming this video already and it was a disaster. So I am going to be trying different techniques, but I've already attempted them once, and I do agree that authentic first impressions are important and they're fun to watch, but the video was just so all over the place, and I want to try it with different products that will help me be a little more successful and actually looks good. So I asked my Instagram followers on my stories to submit any ideas for techniques that they have not seen me do, or if they just think it would be fun to watch. And I did get some responses, so thank you so much. I will be popping them on the screen as I talk about them. But let's just do my face primer first. I have all of my panning products in front of me, so I will be using the majority of panning products, but if I have a hole, of course I'm going to use something else. But I'm just going to apply my e.l.f. Putty Primer. I will try to talk about what products I'm using as I use them. I have never really listed products in the description boxes of my videos, mostly because I didn't have the time. But if you guys want me to do that, I can. They wouldn't be affiliate links or anything. They would just be like, hey, this is what I used, if you were curious and if I didn't show it on camera. So as that kind of sinks in my T-zone, that's really where I apply it the most, and then I kind of blend it outward. So there's not really a lot of product out here. I'm going to do the first technique that was suggested, and this was submitted by Amy Pans. I will have her linked down below. She is on Instagram and YouTube. She's just so sweet. So she suggested underpainting. I have done underpainting before. I'm not super versed in the technique though, and I don't do it every time I do my makeup. But I wanted to try, first of all, just underpainting, which is contouring and blush underneath your foundation. But I also wanted to do like a new placement of my contour, which I'm a little nervous about. I'm going to be combining two cream contour products. First, my Milk Makeup cream bronzer in the shade Baked, and then I have my AOA Studio Paw contour stick in the shade Nude. This is very warm and this is very gray, and I do underpaint with this occasionally, but it's just so warm that it's a bronzer. It's for sure a bronzer. But let me just do some swatches for you just so you can see the difference. This is the Milk. This here is the Milk by itself. This is the AOA by itself, and this is them mixed together, which I think creates a beautiful neutral color. So first I will apply the Milk, and the technique that I want, or the placement that I want to try, is I think more meant for round faces, but it's where you do the contour here and then you bring it down. I don't know if that's going to work out with my face shape, especially because I have really fleshy cheeks right here, but we're just going to, oh, I should probably use a mirror. I was just going to use my viewfinder, but this seems a little sketchy. So let's just draw here and then, oh my, here, and go straight down. Yikes. Was this a mistake? I don't know. So I'm just gonna do some on my forehead, the bottom of my chin, and then my nose. You can see how warm this looks on me. It even looks warmer than the swatch, in my opinion. So now I'm going to take the AOA contour stick and I'm just going to go on top of that. This stuff is very pigmented as well, and I've tried it by itself and it looks kind of muddy on me, even though I'm so fair and cool toned. Like, I feel like it's just not quite right, or I just use too much of it. But I feel like for underpainting, you need to use a lot of products so it shows through. And I do use quite a full coverage foundation. It's for like medium to full coverage. So I want to ensure that you can actually see this. I will be using my IT Cosmetics like double-ended brush. This is so old. I don't even know. Oh, it's the Heavenly Luxe number 7 brush, and I'm going to use this side. I love this side for blending out cream products. I'm going to start out with the areas of my face that has the least amount of product. So let's do my nose first. And again, this will be under, actually I'm going to use the small side for my nose so I can be a little more precise. This is going to be under foundation, and the foundation will be blended out, so I'm not too concerned with blending this out perfectly, but oh my gosh, I'm scared. Obviously, like, I don't want a stripe on my face. Oh my. Kind of using the side of the brush. Well, this is definitely changing the shape of my face. You know, if after the foundation goes on and it looks a little more natural, I feel like the placement will definitely contour my face differently, which was the goal with trying this new placement. I am so happy that the weather is getting a little better. If you didn't know, I live in the Pacific Northwest, and you know, we cherish the sunny days here. We actually have really nice summers, and because of all the rain that we get in the winter and fall, it's just gorgeous here. Like, all the green, all the evergreen trees. Yeah, I just love spring and summer in the Pacific Northwest. This looks crazy. Is it even? I don't know. My face isn't even. Anyway, it's not very symmetrical. So we'll leave it like that. I am not panning a cream blush except for this P. Louise, the cheek of it. It's a liquid blush in Legally Lavender, and it is so light you can't even see it on when it's on top of foundation. So honestly, I should have grabbed another blush, but I'm actually going to mix this with a lipstick that I'm panning, and it's just going to be like another experiment. So there is the Legally Lavender. It's so light, which is awesome. We definitely need more light blushes out there. But I just decided this right now that I'm going to mix it in with my P. Louise base, and it is the shade Blown Bubbles. It's the pink one. I just came up with this in my head. I don't know how much to use. That's probably too much. Ooh, yeah, the base kind of overtook the color. I was scared. Oh my gosh. So I'm just gonna pop this on my cheeks and use the same brush to blend it out. Ta-da! Amy, you really wanted me to look like a clown, didn't you, with this underpainting? A little bit on my nose. I like to bring my blush up on my forehead just to even it out a little. And I can handle that because I am cool toned. I can have this pink like everywhere. But there we go. I really hope this does not stain my hand or my face. Actually, I don't have anything under it. But it did stain my finger. So I'm just going to wipe all of this off. Hopefully it will come off. Ooh. I am panning a cream highlighter as well. It did stain my hand a little bit. I have the NYX, it's like a contour duo stick. It's like a double-ended stick, and I depotted the highlighter into this little container. So I usually just stick my finger in it. I know it's not super hygienic, but it's just me using this product, and I did wash my hands before this video. So I just kind of tap it on the high points of my cheekbones. And this is going to blend in with my foundation and my concealer and what have you, so I'm not super concerned. This product does not dry down very quickly or at all. Does it dry down at all? I don't remember, but as you can see, it adds a very nice glow. It is a little dark for my complexion, but it works out underneath foundation. So that is underpainting. I'm going to take my foundation now. I have been using my Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation. I have this in Throwback 30, and my goal is to finish it. I use it every single day that I do my makeup. So I usually take 1.5 pumps of this and mix it with my Pure 4-in-1 Selfie or Love Your Selfie foundation, and I just do like half a pump of this just for a better shade match. And I just mix those two together on the back of my hand, and it becomes a really nice neutral blush foundation. So this technique, I'm just going to dot the foundation so it doesn't like rub it into the color products that we have underneath it. And I will be using a sponge to blend this, but I have a brush. It's a Sigma F80 Flat Kabuki. I might use this first. I do that some days if I have time. So I'm gonna just blend in the areas that don't have a ton of like contour and blush first, so it doesn't like mix in with the foundation and make my whole face pink or darker. I don't really know the point of doing this before the sponge other than like helping distribute the product a little more. But now I'm going to take my sponge, and it is damp, but it's not like super damp. It's actually damp from yesterday. Sorry if that's gross, but that's how I live my life. Again, I'm going to start with the least colorful areas. So basically avoiding my cheeks. I'm filming this the day after Easter, so I hope you guys, if you celebrate, I hope you enjoyed your day. I hope you enjoyed your day if you don't celebrate too, but I mean, I hope you enjoyed the holiday. I sang in my church choir. I love doing that. Like, it's funny because I have really bad stage fright. Growing up, like, I could not do even like oral presentations in front of my class. I got so nervous. I would always cry, and it was so embarrassing. And even into my adulthood, I would just get so nervous, even like speaking to anyone of authority or anything. But I've always loved singing. I could never, well, I can't say never, but I am still very nervous of the thought of singing by myself in front of people. I sing to my baby, but that's about it. I sing in the car, but yeah, like it's been maybe a year and a half since I first signed up for the choir, and honestly, I was super nervous to do that too, but I figured it's with a group of people, and it was people I knew for the most part. And so I just did it. I was like, I'm just gonna do it. And I did it, and I love it, and it just makes me feel so exhilarated and just so excited after I do it. It was fun. But it was a very long day. We had 3 gatherings at my church because we have a pretty large church. Yeah, so I was there like from 7 to 1, singing a lot and standing a lot. But it was so fun. Let me know what you guys did with your families or with, you know, people that you love for Easter. I'm going to do my concealer now. Can you even see? I think you can see the underpainting a little bit. I want to take my Maybelline Age Rewind and pop that under my eyes. Should I have done concealer underpainting too? I didn't even think about that. Sorry, you guys. And then I also take my Catrice True Skin. I just opened this, so I have 2 concealers open right now. It's very unlike me. And this is the shade 02 Neutral Ivory. Sorry, my front windows are open, and they're like floor to ceiling. And like Amazon Prime, I thought they were pulling into my driveway so they could like fully see me filming this right now. But they did not. They just drove by really slowly. This is very yellow for me, so I can't use it by itself, unfortunately, even though it says neutral, but it's very yellow. And so I just kind of pop it in the sockets and mix it with that concealer. I'm going to flip my sponge to the other side where there's no product and blend this out so I don't get any of that contour or blush mixed in with my concealer. I am a medium to full coverage girl. It's hard for me to do a light coverage makeup because like if I do any makeup at all, I'm gonna go all out. It's kind of my mindset. But during the summer, I probably will start doing a little bit of lighter makeup because I've been getting pretty hot. I have always been super cold. Like I've always had really bad circulation. My mom has always thought I was anemic. Like I was always cold. My feet, my nose, my hands, whatever. Even if it's like 75 outside and there's a slight breeze, I'm cold. So after, well, during my pregnancy, I was hot, obviously. It was during the summer, but I was like, I had all this extra weight on me. I was very swollen, pretty dehydrated. I was just really hot. And I feel like even after having my son 7 months ago, I'm still hot and I haven't really gone back to my normal cold state. So I'm kind of nervous for this summer if I want to be hot all the time again. So I might go back to like lighter makeup. I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is just the powder I use every day to set my face. I use it for my under eyes and my whole face. So I usually start with my under eyes so that I can prevent as much creasing from happening. I think this brush is from Profusion, but it's all rubbed off. It just says powder on it. So Profusion powder brush. And then I go under the contour with the most powder, but then I go around to diffuse it a little bit. Because this powder says it's translucent, but I question that. And it also, it's like fair. It has a shade name, so I don't think it's 100% translucent. Am I making that up? Does it say translucent? I don't know. So now that I'm all mattified, I feel like, okay, FYI, it does not say translucent. It says 05 fair. So it does have some coverage and some color. I feel like I can see the contour and the blush, but this contour here, do you see a difference? I don't know. I think I still see this contour. My nose contour might have disappeared. Yeah, so I feel like underpainting isn't really the technique for me unless I'm trying to use up a product and I really want to like go ham, or if it's a product that is super pigmented and I can't use it over foundation because I'm so fair. But yeah, I think it's fun to do, but like I said, I don't do it every day, and I don't plan on doing it every day after this video either. But it was super fun to try. Thank you, Amy, for suggesting it. I have been wanting to just play with makeup and try new things, so I'm happy I'm doing this. I think it looks good. It definitely doesn't look as crazy as the last time I did this video. Okay, the next two suggestions were for my eye makeup. So I'm just gonna do like my powder products normally, I guess. I'm going to use this blush. It's the ColourPop Heart Blush in the shade Flirt Alert. It's a beautiful mauve pink. This is one of my favorite blushes in my collection, and I love this blush brush from EcoTools. I've had it for ever. Literally like 10 years? I don't know. But I always take my blush up to my forehead. I like blush more than bronzer. I think it's because most bronzers look orange on me. I just blush it up. I think that looks good. And because I still have that contour underneath, I feel like it looks nice layering blush over top. But for the sake of this video and for the sake of my project pan, I am panning this Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer. So I will use this today on my forehead. And there's no mirror. I thought there was a mirror in this. So I'm going to get this blush mirror back out. I use this e.l.f. angled blush brush for my contour and my bronzer, but I just kind of dab it on. The last few times I've used this bronzer, I went way too heavy-handed, and yeah, it just looked really bad. I'll just put some in the backs of my cheeks. And then I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronzing Glow Mini. I'm trying to hit pan in this contour. It's taking forever. I'm just going to take the same brush, and all I do is swipe like that. That's all I do because there's so much product on it. And I just go in really lightly in my cheekbones. Ta-da! And then I go with whatever is left, and I go on the sides of my nose and the tip. That is how I contour regularly, if I don't do like the underpainting aspect of it. So last step is highlighter, and I'm panning my e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in the shade Moonlight Pearls. Yeah, Moonlight Pearls. And I use this AOA Studio F34 brush. I don't know if it's meant for highlight, but I think it works really well. And I think you could kind of see that other highlighter under there still, but this is just a nice little topper. Ta-da! Why do I keep saying that? I don't know. So that is it for my face. And now let's move on to my eyes. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. Should I do my eyebrows first? Yes, so we don't have to stare at them unfinished. For some reason I can't find my eyebrow gel, so I'm just gonna do my eyebrow pencil. I usually do gel then pencil, but I guess we're trying new things on my brows today too. And I just follow the shape. I do not try to change the shape of my eyebrows because I think they're fine. But I do like to define. My camera stopped recording because it has like a 30-minute limit on that, which means this video is taking quite a long time. Hopefully you guys enjoy longer videos. I need to clean up my brows a little bit. The concentration. I am pretty nervous for the eye look today. I had 1, 2, 3, I think it was like 4 suggestions for my eye look. And I want to try to incorporate all 4 techniques, which I think is possible, but yeah. I guess I'll just leave my brows like that. I think they look fine. They don't need any gel. I am going to use my palette that I just rolled into Project Level Up. This is my level 2 palette, and it's the Ace Beauté Violet Sage. This is a color story, and I have not used this palette, so this is a first impressions, and I'm nervous, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. So, Chloe from Palettes and Pans suggested winged liner that comes from the lower lash line instead of the upper lash line. I've never tried that technique. I also have seen it called the reverse cat eye. Oh, that's scary. And then Live in Royal Makeup suggested a halo eye, colorful lower lash line, and graphic liner. Thank you guys so much for the suggestions and the inspiration. I am nervous. So, colorful lower lash line suggests that the lower lash line is a different color than the top, right? So, what should I do? I think I might do the purple on the lower lash line. Ooh, ooh, I have my P. Louise base in the purple shade with me. But the question is, should I do pink on the top or green on the top? I feel like I've been seeing a lot of green lately, so maybe we should switch it up and do pink. I do love my pink. Okay, let's do pink. I have my, oops, just dropped a brush. I have my little cup of brushes, and I also have like a color switch with me because those brushes are kind of dirty. But let's just do, I'm cleaning this brush. This is an e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush, but I love it for my crease and transition. So I'm going to take this light pink shade called Begonia. Begonia. I love flower names. And I'm just going to run this through my crease. Very simple. Graphic liner. I don't know what to do. I think I'll do the lower lash line wing before I decide what shape graphic liner to do. That's what I did the first time I attempted this video. I did post the look that I created on my Instagram stories, so if you follow me, you may have seen that. I will post a picture here. The palette I used for that was the Revolution Forever Dynamic Animal Magic, I think it's called. And I was really disappointed in that palette when I created that look. I think they were just way more subdued and pastel than I imagined. But then I used that palette to create another look, and it was like one of my favorite looks I've ever created. So I need to play around with that palette a little more. But yeah, I was a little surprised and disappointed. So now that I have that down, the mid-tone pink here looks pretty dark. So hopefully it's not too intense, but what am I even doing? I was gonna do that, but I'm like, what am I doing with this look? I might go straight in with this shimmer pink called Wisteria. I'm going to take that on my finger. Ooh. And put that on my lid. Okay, this is more like a topper, it looks like. Or maybe it's better with like a wet brush. That's pretty. It's not as like impactful as I thought it would be. It's kind of a dry shimmer, to be honest. Let's see what this anemone shade looks like. I'm going to take that on my finger as well. Just take a different finger. So this is the difference. I don't know. There we go. And let's just put that kind of in the inner half. It's so awkward using your finger on camera. Okay, that's pretty. I'm going to put that in the inner corner as well. I have no idea where this look, is going. I'm honestly making it up as I go. I really like these shades on my eyes. I feel like they make my eyes look blue. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the rest of the top of the lash line. I think it just depends on what I do with the graphic liner, because I don't want to do like too much shading and then cover it up with graphic liner, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna do the lower lash line wing. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let me grab my new favorite brush. This is the Sigma E06 winged liner brush. It is so tiny and thin and angled. And I'm going to take Violet, which is this gorgeous, vibrant purple. And I'm gonna just do like a regular lower lash to begin with, and maybe just go halfway. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. I went further than halfway, but that's okay. I'm wondering if I should use my P. Louise base, but I'm just gonna map out the wing with this shadow because it's a lot easier to do it with an eyeshadow than a liquid, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna go, oh my gosh, straight out from the lash line, from the lower lash line, and connect it to the purple that's already there. And then starting from the tip, I'm going to kind of try to angle it down. Oh, it's so hard to explain. It came out a little more curved than I thought it would. That's why you use shadow and not liquid. That's better because it's kind of straight. I do have a little bit of fallout if you were curious. Ooh, that looks cool. Thanks, Chloe. Now I'm gonna match that on this side. Just do a regular lower lash at first. Sorry if you could not see that. And then just go straight. Depending on your eye shape, it might look curved more than straight. What am I even talking about? Who knows? Ooh, I feel like Cleopatra? No, I don't know. Is that even? I'm kind of like looking in the viewfinder. With that purple there, I feel like my eyes look green. Is that true? Is that just all in my head? Okay, I'm just gonna try to wipe away that fallout with my powder brush. That looks better. Now, I actually am going to use my P. Louise base. This is in the shade Purple Passion, and I just think it will work really well with this color story. So I'm just going to, I haven't used the shade yet, but I'm going to put a little bit on my hand. Ooh, it's kind of dark. I wish I had a better brush for this. I might just use that same Sigma brush that I just used. And this palette mirror that I've been using is really big, so I'm just going to switch back to that blush mirror just so it's a little more like manageable. I'm trying to decide if I should run this on the lower lash line as well so it matches like the pigmentation. But let's just see what I do with the graphic liner first. Trying to like decide what to do. I could follow. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. But I just got like inspired. Kind of do a double wing. So I'm gonna follow the line of my lower wing, but up higher. Like that. And then should I bring it all the way? This mole gets in my way, people. I'm just gonna commit. I'm committing. Oh gosh. I committed. Graphic liner is so stressful. It is so stressful. Like I'm definitely not breathing. I hope you saw that. Now the question is, should I bring it all the way in? Yes, good. Oh shoot, I messed it up. So there's a balance between just committing, but also being careful and precise. That looks very weird on my eye shape. I don't know how I feel about that. Or I'm probably just not used to it. Because it's crazy. Whoa. Yeah, I feel like I should have gone a little higher here. So it's not so close to my fold. Just matching the thickness. Now I feel like I should do this lower wing with this as well. So I'm going to do that. Woo, this is so out of my comfort zone. You would think because I'm an artist and I paint a lot that this would be easy, but it's not at all. Not at all. Oh my gosh. Okay, it was fixable. I'm not going to take that all the way across. I think it looks kind of cool blended in to the shadow. But I think I'm going to do the other eye off camera because that took way too long. So I will be right back. I don't think I'm going to do anything else to the look. So I will be back with the other eye done, and I'll probably have mascara on too. Okay, I don't know how this makes sense, but the one I did on camera looks a lot better than the one I did off camera, but I cannot mess with it anymore because I will just drive myself crazy. But this is what the eye look looks like. I think it's actually really fun, and yeah, I don't know. I'm shocked. I keep surprising myself with makeup. Like, do I not think that I can do things like this? It always turns out good. Not always. But it's just makeup, you know what I mean? It's not that much pressure. But I do have a technique for my lips, so let me just zoom you guys out a little bit. Ooh. So the technique for my lips was also suggested from Chloe from Palettes and Pans, and it was do a gradient slash contoured lip look a la Alexandra Anel. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Anel. She's a YouTuber and Instagram makeup lady. I used to watch her a lot more often than I do now, but I'm just, you know, really into panning content these days. So Chloe actually sent me the video that she's like referring to in this suggestion, and Alexandra recommends finding a lip liner that is kind of more your tone. Like if you are warm, find a warm toned brown. If you're cool, find a cool toned brown, but make sure it's like pretty, maybe like medium contrast to your skin, so you want to be able to see it, like you're contouring your lips just like you contour your face. She looks at lip liner more as structural rather than, like, a lot of people think of it as, you know, helping your lipstick not bleed or not fade. She looks at it as adding structure and contour to your lips. So I am going to take this AOA Studio Gel Lip Liner in the shade Whiskey. This is actually a really good lip contour shade for me. I will swatch it. Don't mind everything else on my hand, but this is it here. I do think it is a little bit cool toned. Yeah, it's like a rosy brown, which is nice. So Alexandra just lines her lip like usual. So that's what I'm gonna do. she does say, like, if you overline, you can do that. I don't typically do that. I just follow the lines of my lips. And then she takes a brush and kind of feathers this out. She puts the lip liner on the brush, feathers it out so it doesn't remove any of the product. I don't have a lip brush or like anything like that. So I'm just gonna take this little, calls it a concealer brush, but it is tiny. And Alexandra literally just takes it and puts it on the brush and then uses that to feather out the lip liner. Just so it's not as harsh. You can definitely do this with your finger, but I'm just following what Alexandra did. She says if you would have gone in to the lip liner without any product on it, it would have just removed the product that you already had. And then I'm just going to go in with a lipstick that I'm trying to finish this year. It is my Maybelline Cream lipstick. What is it actually called? Yeah, Cream 222 Flush Punch. This is not in a project or anything, but I am actively trying to finish it. So she suggested just applying it to the center of your lips where you did not apply lip liner. And then, what did she do? And then she took the brush again, I think this is correct, and feathered this on top of the lip liner. Honestly, well, something just fell, and I am home alone. Well, my baby is napping. No, I do not think a brush is necessary. Like, I feel like you can do this with your fingers, but I do think that would take product away from your lips, and this is just helping it blend it around. Do my lips look contoured? Is this too warm for this eye look? I did bring another, where is it? Lip liner out here just in case I needed to cool it down a little bit. I have been loving this lippy pencil from ColourPop in the shade Heart On. I have just been adding this on top of every single lip look I've been doing because it just adds such a nice pink. So that's really all I'm doing. I'm not putting a ton of it on here. I'm just kind of using it. I don't know if that helped at all, but this is the look. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and take my head. I don't know why my camera keeps like doing that. I don't know if you can tell what it's doing, but it's like leaning back. Anyway, take my cute little headband off. I don't know what my hair is doing. These curls are left over from Easter, so they look pretty good. What do you guys think? I'm surprised that I was able to do this, and I think it looks cool. Like the double liner with the graphic, oh yeah. And I think that lip looks really good too. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments, if I should have done something differently with these techniques. I am so thankful for the ladies that suggested these techniques to me. Thank you again. It was so fun. If you like this type of video, give it a thumbs up so I know to do it again. And yeah, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I hope you do so before you leave. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.